Hello and welcome to the Authors Show. Tonight's show is jam-packed with guest interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and never-before-seen movie trailers. Let's start our show by welcoming our special guest, one of the most provocative and widely respected playwrights in contemporary theater. He has written countless plays, poems, and short stories, many of which are Pulitzer Prize winners. He has revolutionized theater through his use of multimedia, strong emotions, and his unforgettable characters. Let's put our hands together for Tennessee Williams. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'd like to talk to you about your three major literary contributions: A Streetcar Named Desire, Glass Menagerie, and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. But let's start off by you telling us a little about yourself.
Well, I grew up in Columbus, Mississippi, but moved at a young age to St. Louis and started writing in my school days. My father was a traveling salesman, and my mother was a daughter of a minister. I had a lot of trouble growing up, and writing was my only means of escape. My sister Rose was the only person who understood me during my adolescent years, but in her teen years she developed schizophrenia and was taken into a mental hospital. Then I attended the University of Iowa and graduated in 1938. Most of my writing reflected my life experiences and my difficulty growing up in such a repressive society in the South.
Interesting you say that, because a main reason your work is so popular among folks is because the reader can really relate with the characters and the storyline. Also, many of your plays take place in the South. Is there any significance to that?
Oh yes, I spent most of my life in the South, which allows me to incorporate my life experiences into my writing. So it comes naturally that most of these settings are in the South. Often in my writing you could find me emphasizing the importance of spending your time wisely, living life instead of wasting it.
Yes, I can definitely see that incorporated in your work. Speaking of your work, Streetcar Named Desire is my all-time favorite play. A play about a fragile southern beauty named Blanche Dubois, who struggles to preserve her aristocratic dignity, which is cruelly destroyed by her sister's husband, Stanley. The struggle between fantasy and reality is dominant in this tragic yet comic play. Now let's take a look at the movie trailer for A Streetcar Named Desire. Then we'll return with the actors themselves to discuss the important themes, symbols, and interpretations throughout many of his plays. Wow, what a performance! I did mention earlier that we have behind-the-scenes footage. Stacey Newman is backstage at the rehearsal of a Broadway production of Streetcar Named Desire. She will be getting an up-close and personal interview with the actors themselves. Take a look.
I'm the king around here. Where's my woman? It's still
I rarely touch it. I've come to live with my sister, but I feel so out of place, like I don't belong here. Oh, I wish I could stay a lady, but my only hope to survive is to get married to a gentleman like Mitch. I choose my husband over my sister because I burn with passion for him. Take her to the mental hospital. Oh, no!
Hey, Stella!
We're going backstage at one of Tennessee Williams' plays to give you a sneak peek on what really happens backstage. Follow me. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but we're doing an educational program at Williams. And since you guys are the actors, we were wondering if you would answer a few questions.
Yeah, sure, why not? Of course, let's start.
What was it like being a part of this production and cast?
This play has been an intense roller coaster of human emotions. Williams is able to write from both points of view of a female and a male character. His play just engulfs and captivates you until the very end. I loved working on this Broadway production.
What would you say is a dominant theme that shows up in most of Williams' works?
Well, many of the characters in Williams' plays seem to be stuck in the past, leading them to lose touch with reality and to live in a fantasy world. Whereas other major themes are escapism. They use different means of escaping from their problems from the past.
Okay.
Also, women's dependence on men during the 1940s is another theme Williams expresses in all three plays. For example, the character of Blanche is out of place in the society she is placed in because she still holds on to the old-fashioned aristocratic way of life. Stanley's inability to understand this about Blanche causes more conflict and tension between them, ultimately leading to her insanity. Although she might seem crazy and deceiving at times, she's simply a lonely person looking for acceptance.
Blanche's situation also reveals the limited opportunities women had during the 1940s, and their only means of financial security was through dependence on men.
Thanks for your comments and insight. We would want a short commercial break right now, which will take all of your problems and help you forget about your horrible, sinful past full of lust, desire, and...
Cut!
Oh no, the light! Who turned it on? I need to escape from here. I don't want to face the light. My past is too horrible. I'm too dirty for this world.
I hate working at the shoe factory. I want to go to the movies and find adventure. I want to write poetry and literature, but my mother won't allow it.
I'm crippled, sad, and not good enough for this world. I will stay here with my glass menagerie.
If you'd like to overcome this horrible condition of fear, loneliness, and rejection, purchase this potion and you will escape all of your problems and go to a land of fantasy. 10 easy payments of only $29.99. Call now!